Unique, lush, beauty, small town roots, where luxury meets country living. This is Kaneohe. You can see we have the sandbar. It's a little gloomy today. And of course, one of my favorite things I like to do out here is golf. Now, one of the best things about Kaneohe is how convenient it really is. Now, you obviously have tons of activities, which we'll talk about later. And right behind me, you can see we have the sandbar. It's a little gloomy today, so there isn't a bunch of people out there, but on a busy sunny day on the weekend, that sandbar will be loaded with boats, and it's a real good time out there. Now, of course, when I talk about convenience, I'm just talking about how easy it is to get to certain parts of the island from here. You can get to Kailua Beach, which is only maybe about 10 to 15 minutes away. If you want to go to town, you have 3 different highways you can take. You can take the Like, the Pali, or the H3. And the H3, if you haven't seen it, is one of my favorite highways. It's stunning, absolutely beautiful. You can see all of Kaneohe from up there. And it usually doesn't have much traffic. So I highly suggest using that whenever you're trying to go to town. Additionally, you can actually head on over to the North Shore. Just along this coastline here, you can get yourself all the way to the North Shore to see the infamous Pipeline, Sunset Beach, all the beautiful parts of what we call the 7 Mile Miracle, as well as if you are a service member in the Marines. The Marine Corps base is, again, only about 10 to 12 minutes from Kaneohe, which is very convenient if you want to get to work, but not pay for those Kailua prices. Now, if you're looking to do some shopping, conveniently located right in Kaneohe, they just put a Target as well as the entire Windward Mall. So if you want to go see a movie, get some grinds, you have a bunch of options right there. If you are a golf enthusiast like myself, we're going to go check out one of my favorite spots, Bayview, but there is a couple different golf courses in the vicinity. You have Clipper, which is actually on the Marine Corps base. You have Bayview, which is a fun little pitch and putt spot with also a driving range. And you also have the Pali Golf Course, which is kind of in between Kaneohe and Kailua. And of course, the infamous Royal Hawaiian, which is also known as the Jurassic Park Golf Course. And on Jurassic Park encompasses this island because they did do a lot of filming of it here, not only in Kauai, but here in Oahu. On the Jurassic Park theme, you can also enjoy Kualoa Ranch, which has ATV tours, e-bike tours. They have all kinds of things. And that's actually one of the main areas that they did film a lot of Jurassic Park. And that's just to name a few of the conveniences of what you can do out here in Kaneohe. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of living out here in Kaneohe. Now, the first one, to state the obvious, is the beauty of the lushness of the jungle. As you can see, there's greenery everywhere here. So whether you want to live somewhere close to the mountain, get tons of jungle vibes, or if you want to live close to the bay or the ocean, you have both options out here. Additionally, convenience is a huge factor to Kaneohe. Because you have 3 different highways to get to town and to get to different parts of the island, it's really an easy place to live to get to Honolulu, to the North Shore, to Mililani, wherever you need with those 3 different highways, the Like, Pali, or the H3. And pro number 3 that I would say, compared to, let's say, Kailua, which is where I live, so I can speak truly on it, is that there isn't a lot of tourists here. Not a lot of tourism. You're not going to get a lot of tourist traffic. If you really want to live somewhere and become part of the community, this is a great place that definitely invites that, is that it's very much a local vibe, everybody kind of taking care of their own neighbor, and you don't have a bunch of tourism going through here. So that would definitely be a huge pro. Now, when it comes to cons to living out here in Kaneohe, I can really only think of 2. The first one would be the weather. If you're looking for 24/7 sunny days, no rain, no clouds, Kaneohe is not going to be the spot for you. It definitely invites rain because we're close to the Ko'olau mountain range, but with rain comes the jungle and lushness. Now, the second thing that I would say when it comes to Kaneohe would be that really isn't a beach per se. If you want to get a beach experience, you're going to want to go to Kailua or start heading up the coast towards the North Shore. This is more of a boat living lifestyle out here in Kaneohe because it's really just more about the bay. Now, in regards to the type of homes you're gonna get out here, kind of similar to Kailua, you're gonna find a lot of homes, single wall construction, jalousie windows. They're gonna be built in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, but we have seen a lot of people come in here and renovate a lot of the homes similar to Kailua. You can find a lot of the condos built in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And we tend to see, for whatever reason, the association dues tend to be a little bit higher than the average than, let's say, Honolulu. So for like a 2-bedroom, You might see HOAs in the 800 to 1100, 3-bedroom. It just really depends on the square footage. It can get upwards of 1200 to 2000. So it is something you want to keep in mind when you are shopping out here, especially for condos, but it's a beautiful place to live, that's for sure. Now, the cool thing about Kaneohe is there's a lot of different neighborhoods within Kaneohe. There's actually 40 micro neighborhoods. So whether you're on Lilipuna, where you have stunning views literally on top of a mountain, or if you're over in White Kua, which is closer to the water, or if you're on some of these neighborhoods like Oahu, which is a little bit further out, but you can get some ton of acreage, and you're right by the mountain and see an insane amount of waterfalls when it rains out here. Now, if you're looking to buy a property out here, they do offer condos, some townhomes, and single family homes. But just to give you some general ideas on numbers, the median sales price for a single family home out here in Kaneohe is about $1.1 million. And that's up about 4.3% from last year. And for condos, you're looking at about $515 for some condos out here, and that's up about 3% from last year. Okay guys, we're gonna spotlight this beautiful condo out here in Kaneohe. You can see that obviously by the stunning mountains behind me. It does have some insane views of Kaneohe Bay. This property is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,100 square feet with a 1,200 HOA, which does have some amenities that you can utilize. So let's go check it out. Now, one of the things I really do like about this property is not only the stunning views, but the grounds itself are stunning. You've got just greenery and lushness all over the place, and they definitely take care of it. Come on in, guys, we're gonna check out this beautiful property. Now, the one thing that I absolutely love is as soon as you step into this property, you're welcomed by this insane view of Kaneohe Bay. And as you can see out here, it's a little bit of a gray day, which is totally what we see out here in Kaneohe, but you can see it's absolutely stunning. Also, you can enjoy that beautiful view while you cook in this open concept kitchen. It does look like they did some subtle upgrades. You have this nice little breakfast bar up here with the granite countertops. You can be cooking, feeding the kids while you're staring at the ocean right there, which is absolutely insane. Now let's take a walk down to the living quarters. Again, this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,100 square feet. You've got your first guest bedroom there, second guest bedroom here. You'd have the additional guest bathroom here. Now, as you come into the master, my favorite part of this property is you can actually wake up to this stunning view. Now, this beautiful property is set on a hill, so depending on where you're actually located, you can get some insane views. But what it also has with that HOA of 1,200 is you do have the amenities of a pool and a jacuzzi. All right, guys, this is our next spotlight property. This is a single family home in the very desirable neighborhood of White Kua. It's one of the micro neighborhoods out here in Kaneohe. This property is actually listed by a good buddy of mine, Sean Yano. You may have seen him on the HGTV show, Renovation Aloha, so make sure you check him out. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,800 square foot single family home that has some beautiful outdoor living space, and it's listed for $1.3 million. They do already have a couple offers. This did not last long, but we definitely want to show it to you, so let's go check it out. Now, the first thing before we step into this beautiful home is I want to talk about what you're going to see out here in Kaneohe, and mostly on the windward side, which is going to be carports. So that's what you have here. This could be converted into a garage. You're probably looking at about $5,000 for the material and labor to actually convert this into a garage, which wouldn't be too difficult, but you will see a lot of carports out here. Now, it does have some additional storage, which is a huge bonus, but let's take a look inside and see what this beautiful home has to offer. Now, one thing that I actually heard an architect talk about was having things that actually squeeze and then release, which is kind of a weird concept, but it's kind of cool when you come into this property. You definitely feel the squeeze when you come in here, and this release when you see these open vaulted ceilings and this open concept kitchen. Now, as you can see, this has been brand newly renovated. So this was, I gotta double check, but I would guess this was probably built in the 70s, but you can see that it almost keeps that natural old Hawaiian feel, but with a modern twist with all the new renovations. So you have got this natural island with quartz countertops, all the stainless steel appliances, a lot of natural light coming into this beautiful home. And of course, like I mentioned before, you have this wood trim with these vaulted ceilings, which is a real nice touch. Now, this, like I said, is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath with 2 master suites. So right here, as soon as you enter, you have the first master suite. Again, it's got the jalousie windows. You have some big old walk-in closets, which are a huge bonus. Very rare to find out here. And then additionally, of course, like I mentioned before, you have the primary bathroom with some new modern fixtures. Now, this is a really cool feature. Usually you have outdoor living space in the backyard. This is kind of in the middle of the house. It's almost like a courtyard feel. So you have a lot of natural light, which is coming into the home, but also you have some outdoor space and even this little kitchenette or wet bar. So you can have some drinks out here, enjoy the outdoors, and really have some good quality family time. All right, there is some more outdoor living space, but we'll save that for the end. Let's move on forward over to the living room. So over here, again, the common theme in this beautiful home is the expansiveness. So you've got actually open concept in the kitchen, but it is kind of nice that it separates it, where you do have lots of space for watching TV, dining, hanging out. And obviously they did an amazing job with the staging. These guys always do, but it's nice to have so much space in this home. Then we'll move towards the living quarters of the house. This is gonna be the rest of the bedrooms. You've got a beautiful guest bedroom here. The second guest bedroom, the guest bathroom, which has the matching fixtures and tile work, which looks killer. And then of course, our final primary master in the bath. Now they did some amazing work in the bathrooms. I really like the tile selection they have. The wood slats are kind of in theme right now, and it's nice that they kind of brought that into the shower, and you'll see that pretty much matching all the other bathrooms, and then accented it with some blue, which kind of goes with the cabinets that they have here. So they did an amazing job. And I'm seeing that a lot of people are starting to put in these notches, which I just put in my house. I'm super pumped on. My wife is super happy about it, but they did a killer job on the renovations of this place. And to finish it off, like I mentioned before, there's 2 outdoor living spaces. Of course, we have the courtyard in the middle, and then right here by the kitchen, if you wanna have a cocktail with your significant other, maybe when the kids are already asleep, you can get that nice ocean breeze, enjoy the bay with a beautiful view. Now, Kaneohe has tons of activities, especially if you're an outdoor loving individual. You've got tons of different hikes, waterfall hikes. You've got fishing. If you're a boat enthusiast, you of course can go over to the sandbar and enjoy some sun and water. And of course, one of my favorite things I like to do out here is golf. So we're gonna go hit some balls and show you this amazing golf course called Bayview. The cool thing about out here in Bayview, it's like a very much a local driving range and golf course, which is cool. Randomly, they have this 2 tortoises now. They used to only have 1. They got 2 tortoises here down at the golf course. So how they work out here is they've got this app that you use to fill up the buckets, which is pretty cool. Another cool thing about this course is they have this top tracer technology. So if you actually have a membership, which is not too bad, you can actually play lots of different courses if you want. You can have approach challenge, virtual golf, you can just practice, but it'll actually track your ball as you go, so you can kind of get an idea of your ranges. But the cool thing is when you have a buddy, we're gonna play with Tito right now, we can actually play Pebble Beach, which is probably what we're gonna do. So let's check it out. So not only do you have the driving range, the 18-hole pitch and putt, this epic restaurant Jolene's, but also if you want to enjoy it with the kids, there's a putt-putt and a zip line just next door. All right guys, well we just got our food. I got the Butterburger, 1 single, waffle fries, got a cold beer. It's been a good day. Thanks for joining us. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And if you guys got any value out of this video, if you guys could do me a huge favor, smash that like button, as well as click the like and subscribe. Again, I'm Patrick with PatrickOnlyRealty.com, powered by eXp Realty. Hope you have a beautiful day. I'll talk to you soon. Aloha.